A roll, please.
Senator Norman, Senator Newman, Senator Lucas, Senator Marsden, Senator Sproul.
Here. Thank
Mr.
you so
Chair, you
much.
have quorum.
Thanks so much, sir. First bill we have is Senator Webb, House Bill 73. Please, sir.
House Bill 73. And just to say a little bit about what the bill does and why I've brought it to you, and then I believe I have one person here, Consumer Counsel, that would also like to speak to it. The bill would essentially restore SCC authority to balance the competing public policy mandates of a low-carbon electricity fleet with one that is affordable, reliable, secure, and sustainable. Current statutes have limited the SCC from protecting ratepayers. The bill would restore SCC oversight and remove certain VCEA provisions that are artificially driving up the cost of electricity. Consumers were assured under the VCEA and RGGI that they would only cost a few cents a month, and we now know through an SCC litigated case that within 8 years, electricity costs will increase by, wait for it, 58% for residential customers, 61% for industrial, and 67% for commercial consumers. According to the U.S. Federal Reserve, inflation's at a 40-year high, as we all know, over 7%, and consumer price index, again, the same. Virginians have less money in their pockets, and the VCEA is about to compound that problem. Consumers were promised in 2007 when we re-regulated, you and I were here for that, in fact, all of us were here for that, electric utilities and restored monopoly privileges in the Virginia market, there would be a small opening for retail choice for those that wish to take that. The VCEA has effectively removed the opportunity for competitive service by compelling customers no longer served by utilities to pay for both VCEA and RGGI. And speaking of customers, the VCEA also slid a not well understood provision into the law that Virginia jurisdictional customers of Dominion are 100% on the hook for all VCEA costs. Their North Carolina and other consumers are completely protected from any of these costs. And finally, you'll hear from proponents that the VCEA must go forward regardless of the cost. The reality is that we do have a low-carbon, stable, and affordable electric grid. However, the VCEA will not deliver that to Virginians without the reforms that I have in this bill, which essentially takes legislative assertions about this being in the public interest and says, let's leave that decision-making to the State Corporation Commission. I do want to underscore again that we know that from 2007 to 2021, residential customers saw almost 34% rate increase, and we know from the cases that have been litigated for the last year that we anticipate that the rate will increase up 102% through 2030. 102%. Those are SCC figures. So, Mr. Chairman, that's the gist of it, and that's my reason for bringing the bill. It does leave the VCEA in place, simply restores State Corporation Commission oversight.
Thank you so much, sir. Those who are in support, please line up, please. Anyone here to support of it, please? Anyone here to support? 2 minutes, please.
Mr. Chairman, Brett Massey, CEO of the Virginia Manufacturers Association. In 2020, we testified before this body that our estimate was that the VCEA would increase electricity costs to consumers about 24%. Proponents said it wouldn't cost anything. We're both wrong. You now have the SEC, you have others who have fully litigated case showing what the costs are. For us, it is actually an existential threat to the survival of some manufacturers. We can't bear that level of cost at 61% increase by 2030. We have to bend the curve. We are still in favor of a low carbon future, though. These are not mutually exclusive concepts, and we ask you to give the SEC the authority to balance these. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Meade Browder. I'm with the Office of the Attorney General's Division of Consumer Counsel. I think, as you know, we represent the ratepayers, the millions of our constituents who pay the electric bills. We support this bill. We have consistently over the years supported greater discretion for the commission in determining public interest, reasonable and prudence. That's what this bill does. For large measure, the provisions of the VCA are preserved by this bill, but it gives greater rate-making flexibility to the commission, and for those reasons, again, we support the bill.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Those who are present in opposition.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee.
1 minute, cool. Chill out, chill out.
Yes, sir.
Let me catch you how many I got first.
You got more than 2 minutes.
Now, all y'all speakers, I can't carry since Luke's the general problem, the speakers here right now. So what we do, we allow, it's a lot, most of y'all, 30 seconds apiece. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30 seconds apiece, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members
Yes,
of the
sir.
committee. My name is Will Cleveland. I'm an attorney with the Southern Environmental Law Center. We oppose the bill for 2 reasons. The numbers that you've heard that came from the State Corporation Commission of the litigated case, the detail that's been left out is that the commission expressly rejected that long-term plan as not being a credible least cost plan. We have never seen an approved plan, or nor do we know the cost. The commission does have the authority to reject anything it does not believe is reasonable and prudent. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Harry Godfrey, Virginia Advanced Energy Economy. We represent the developers who actually work to build out this clean energy economy. The legislation as proposed would fundamentally undermine the business certainty that the VCA has created, thereby reducing the ability to actually undertake job creation. We likewise have analyzed the overall costs of the VCA and find that if in full we look at the implementation of it, it should actually save ratepayers money in 2030, not cost them money.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, my name is John Watkins. I'm here with Dominion Energy. I think the most important thing that's in here is the retroactivity, that it reaches back to 2021 and makes it possible to have to re-litigate and re-engineer, if you would, things like coal ash and any other filings that have been done since that time. We also have delays in the approvals now because they've added a component where the SEC has to wait for a report before they can handle any of the requested changes. This delays all of the renewable energy ideas that we've had going forward.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, members of the subcommittee, Miles Laurie on behalf of Siemens Gamesa Renewable Energy. We are prepared to invest about $200 million in Hampton Roads for a wind turbine factory, a blade factory. This bill would actually put that in jeopardy.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Narissa Turner on behalf of the Virginia Conservation Network, and we oppose this bill for the reasons already enumerated. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Chris Lane, Virginia League of Conservation Voters. We oppose this legislation. The VCA was a carefully negotiated piece of legislation. We think any changes to it should undergo at least that same degree of scrutiny before it's opened up.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Bob Shippey with Sierra Club. We appreciate what the patron has been trying to do in other bills to restore SEC authority. We don't think this is the right path, and we oppose it.
Thank you, sir. Anyone that's present that wants to speak? Do we have anybody in the Zoom that wants to speak?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in regards to the bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Mr. Chairman, we have one speaker, Mr. Andrew Goyne.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Andrew, are you there, please?
Mr. Goyne, please unmute and begin your testimony.
Hi, good afternoon. Andrew Gahn with the American Clean Power Association, Eastern Region Director. I want to just oppose this legislation for all the reasons that have been listed above. These provisions would be incredibly detrimental to Virginia's energy progress and plan to build out renewable energy capacity. It would have a transformative impact on the health of Virginians by the VCA by dramatically improving air and water quality and reducing carbon pollution, and we oppose any undermining of the VCA. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Members of the committee, any questions? Are all minds clear? Sir, you want to wrap up?
Mr. Chairman, you've heard the testimony, and the thing that concerns me is I look at what I see at the gas pump, what I see in so many places where the prices are going up. There's clear indication from cases that have been litigated. We're going to see the same thing, and our neighbors and friends are going to say about my electric bill. You were the ones who made it happen, and you haven't put sufficient restrictions in or limitations coming through the State Corporation Commission, which is the folks who represent you. So that's why I brought the bill, and I appreciate your consideration.
Thank you, sir. Committee operates, motion, please. Been properly moved and seconded, bill be PBI. Please call the roll.
Senator Norman. Senator Newman. Senator Lucas. Senator Marsden. Senator Spruill.
Aye.
Ayes 3, noes 1.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, sir. Next, my classmate, Kilgore, please come up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Now, you know that we tight, but Senator Lucas, I got to take her to dinner, so I can't say yes on this one. You know that, right?
I understand, I understand. Which one do you want me to?
112, please.
112, Mr. Chairman, is a legislative change that would allow the State Corporation Commission to start considering and approving qualified new Lifeline program providers it selects. This is basically, the funds that we get so that Virginians' monthly cell phone charges are this fund started a national program, and we would benefit from it, from easier access for low-income people to find and get these assistance, and it helps them keep jobs and better access to remote learning and healthcare providers and things of that nature. So the reason this bill has come forward is that the FCC has failed to consider any new entrants in Virginia for about 9 years for new telecommunication providers to serve low-income citizens with this service, and that's why we brought it forward. We have jurisdiction. We just relented that jurisdiction to the feds, but most states are doing what this bill states. So that's what the bill does, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much. For those present, I want to speak to the bill, favor of the bill, please. Anyone present want to speak in favor of the bill? Anyone present want to speak in opposition of the bill? Anyone present want to speak in opposition of the bill? All right, before I get to the committee, anybody in Zoom want to speak for or against the bill?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in regards to the bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Mr. Chairman, there are no speakers.
Well, let me start off by saying so that you will know, I want y'all to know that we came out together in 1994.
94.
I love the brother. I got to vote for him, but I hate the bill, but he's my brother. I got to vote for him. You understand, right?
Yeah. This is a good one now.
Move your report. Do I have a second, please? Oh, bless your heart. Call the roll, please.
Senator Norman. Senator Newman. Senator Lucas. Senator Marsden. Senator Spruill.
Aye.
Ayes 4, noes 0.
All right. Two good Democrats together. I like that.
Next one I've got is 894.
894, please.
And I'm going to make this one a little bit easier. I'm going to strike everything except the reenactment clauses, which would be starting, I forgot what page, Tom.
I think I have a different substitute.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. And that would just be the reenactment clauses about the prime farmland, the site readiness. There you go. On page,
So you just want
starting on page 669, that's all I want in the bill.
Okay.
Let's get clean up. Okay. All right. Anyone here in support of this cleanup bill? Anyone here support?
Mr. Chairman, Martha Moore.
Chill out. I got to do my count first.
He's gotta
1,
count
2,
first.
3, 4, 5, 6. You get 30 seconds apiece, please. 7. Keep on. All right. 7. You get 25 seconds apiece. 25 seconds apiece. Don't get the bill in trouble now, because that's my brother. Yes, ma'am.
Martha Moore, Virginia Farm Bureau. We appreciate the patron bringing this forward. We believe that there's a question with regards to how much farmland is being consumed, and we really need to kind of look at where would be the best place, have it focused on marginal lands and other lands as opposed to prime farmland to hurt ag economy. Thank you.
So by cleaning this up, then this helps the bill out a whole lot, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Harry Godfrey, Virginia Advanced Energy Economy. We appreciate the work of the patron in order to amend the bill to address a couple of concerns that the larger community has. Particularly appreciate the small modular nuclear study language that's in the bill and support it.
Thank you so much. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Bill Murray with Dominion Energy. We support the bill for the reasons already stated.
Thank you so much. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Will Cleveland, Southern Environmental Officer. Always enjoy working with the delegate, and I think I can speak for the entire environmental community with these changes. The entire environmental community does not oppose.
Thank you so
All
much.
of us in gone.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, Kyle Shreve, on behalf of the Virginia Agribusiness Council, I'll associate my remarks with that of the Farm Bureau, and we support the bill.
Thank you, please.
Mr. Chairman, Joe Lurch with Virginia Association of Counties in support of the bill.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, April Wade with the Virginia Nuclear Energy Consortium. We support the bill.
Thank you. Thank you, please. Yeah. Now, is there anybody here in opposition of this fine bill?
I'm gonna get Freitas to speak against it if it helps.
Yes, sir. Marston, make a motion to adopt the sub, please.
I move that we adopt substitute.
Second.
The proper move and second that we adopt substitute. Call the roll, please.
Vote so.
To adopt the sub. Yes, sir.
Say aye.
Yeah. Say aye, Marston. Say aye. Aye. Thank you. Oh, good. Thank you so much. Now, is anybody in Zoom in opposition? Anybody in opposition?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in opposition to the bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Mr. Chairman, there are no speakers.
All right, Vice
Chairman, move to report.
All right. The proper move and second that we support this fine bill now. Please call the roll.
Senator Norman. Senator Newman. Senator Lucas.
Aye.
Senator Marsden. Senator Sproul.
Aye.
Ayes 4, no 0.
All right, you on the roll, Doc?
Oh, gosh. Now, let's see, 1204?
All right, 1204.
Yes, and that bill, I have had some concern from AEP on that, and we may want to, I don't know if we could, I've got a thing I think that takes them, well, I don't know that, let's just let them tell what their concerns is, but basically, what this bill does, it really focuses on putting in-state solar, in-state wind, because I think that's what we passed the Clean Economy Act for, was to get investments in-state, and that's basically what it does, and prioritize to promote economic development in the tobacco region or in the Virginia brownfield, so that we use the land that's not usable for something else, that we use the land to put these solar farms on instead of having fights over prime farmland or others. So that's basically what the bill does, and I think there's some concern from I know AEP has talked to me about some concerns. They've got some out of state. I don't think the bill bans out of state solar, but they had some concerns on it, Mr. Chairman. So I will let them speak for themselves.
Okay. Anyone here to support the bill? Anyone here to support the bill, please?
Good afternoon, Peter Anderson.
Do the suck the piece, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Peter Anderson with Appalachian Voices. We appreciate the delegate bringing this bill, and we supported his Virginia Brownfield and coal mine renewable energy grant funding program a couple years ago, and appreciate the bill in support.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Harry Godfrey, Virginia Advanced Energy Economy. We appreciate the work of the patron to work with us in order to address prior concerns regarding the bill. We fully support it and support the underlying cause to see more renewable energy development in the state.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Will Cleveland, SELC. I want to thank the patron again for working with us to address our concerns, and we support the bill.
Thank you. Next, please.
Walton Shepherd with the NRDC. We do support the bill as a way to ensure the benefits of renewable energy is allocated all across the state. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone here present in opposition of the bill, please?
Here's your, that's yours, I think, but I don't know if that's yours or not.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Ron Jefferson, Appalachian Power Company. We have, the delegate has been, the patron has been good to work with us on some amendments. I don't think we have it here today.
Yeah, we've not really worked it all out yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's willing to carry it over for a week or not, but concerns with the bill itself is that by looking only at Commonwealth renewables, we think what it does, in prioritizing it, what it does is it prevents APCO from where we also look out into the PJM footprint for wind, because wind is very good for APCO. This would tell us that we had to focus on Virginia first before we can even go out there. And a result of that, I think it could increase the cost to our ratepayers and again, keep us from having to go for some of that wind.
Question for you, to let the bill go forward. Do you believe that between now and the next full committee meeting, y'all can have this worked out?
I think so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mr.
You
Chairman.
sure?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You know he's a Democrat now. You can't trust him. You know that, right?
Mr. Chairman?
Okay, thank you. So that case saying, thank you that those who are here in opposition, so what you're saying, you support the bill, providing that by the time you get to the full committee, you will have it worked out.
Yes, sir.
You agree with that, sir?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Thank you so much. Those in opposition, will you please come up, please? Anyone in opposition?
They're gonna work it out.
Yes, anybody?
work it out.
Is there anybody in the Zoom for opposition, please?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in regard to this bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Mr. Chairman, there are no speakers.
Mr. Chairman, I'm
Yeah.
going to pass the bill by for today so that they can synchronize their understandings.
Second.
See what happened when a Democrat come in and said what happened?
Yeah.
See? We was going good until he came in, right? See? All right.
We were
it's
moving.
been a proper move to be passed by for the day. Now, my question for this, I want to pass by for the day, but if you can work it out, then we'll have this before the full committee. Is that okay with the committee?
We'll
If
do
we can
that.
get it worked out, that'd be fine.
And then on 1326 is the last one I have before.
Wait a minute,
Okay, I'm
Chair.
sorry. I'm sorry.
do we need that motion on that?
No, we did have a motion.
We did?
Yeah.
Oh, take it by for the day? Good, okay. Thank you so much. This by for the day. Thank you. And now, Mr. Kilgore's sister, though, if it's can be worked out between now and the full committee, we'll keep before the full committee.
I will let you know, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, so we pass it. Thank you.
And finally, Mr. Chairman, on 1326, if I could take that one by for the day, I'm trying to, there was some, the rate adjustment clause issue, I think we probably need to take that one by. Let me work on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. But that one be passed by for the day as well. Anybody else who is my friend? Come on up. You're not my friend. Freighters, please come up.
Look, I love this man.
Yes, so what you got?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I actually think this one's going to be fairly straightforward. So HB 118, just some slight technical adjustments to the, no. What this does is this is actually a full repeal of the Virginia Clean Economy Act. Again, I imagine some of the same people that spoke about Delegate Ware's bill are probably going to have something to say about this one as well. Essentially what this comes down to is different approach with respect to how we should manage energy, how we should manage green energy within the Commonwealth of Virginia. Obviously, we're very concerned about ratepayers under the current system and some of the other problems that affect my area with respect to the removal of forestry and prime farmland in order to make way for some of the solar industry. And having said that, I'd be happy to take any questions from the committee.
I have honestly been waiting for a bill that I could vote for. This is not the bill.
I am shocked, Mr. Chairman.
Anyone in support of this bill, please? Anyone present support 118? If you'll please come forward to speak.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Collister Johnson Jr. I'm here for the Suburban Virginia Republican Coalition and the 25,000 subscribers to our newsletter and the 150,000 people who saw our video on this subject. Delegate Freitas' bill, HB 118, repeals the most radical, costly, and destructive energy legislation in the history of the Commonwealth. The House Committee on Commerce and Energy has compiled a record which explains all the reasons why this is such a destructive piece of legislation. It forces our utilities to rely on the most unreliable form of electricity, which is solar panels, combined with, by far, the most expensive form, which is offshore wind. The VCA is unaffordable, unreliable, expensive, and a risky experiment, which the Commonwealth should reject. If you like California and the brownouts and blackouts, you like Texas, the brownouts and blackouts, you like Europe, the brownouts and blackouts, you will like the VCEA, and that's why we are here to support the passage of 118. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone else here in support? Those who are in opposition, will you please come forward? Those who are in opposition, please come forward. Now, listen. Senator Norman has agreed to go to dinner with me. That's 10 of the speakers. And I'm going to be nice to y'all. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Praise the Lord. So we're going to see 20 minutes, 20 seconds apiece. We got 8 speakers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Will
Yes,
Cleveland,
sir.
SCLC. Not only is this a repeal of the Clean Economy Act, it's a repeal of RGGI, and it is a repeal of the coal ash legislation. We very much oppose this bill.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, John Watkins with Dominion Energy. This does away with large portions of the Virginia Clean Energy Act and the entire renewable portfolio standard that we put in place a couple of years ago. We do not support the way they are removing targets for solar, wind, and for energy storage. We oppose the bill.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Harry Godfrey, Virginia Advanced Energy Economy. 2 reasons we oppose the bill. Jobs, there are already 93,000 folks employed in our industry in the state. This bill fundamentally endangers those jobs. And savings. This bill will create savings for ratepayers. This bill would undermine that.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Peter Anderson, Appalachian Voices. We do oppose the bill. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Christian Martinez, Advocacy Specialist for CASA, and we do not support this bill.
Thank you so much, please. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Blair St. Ledger Olson with Climate Cabinet Legislative Director and Environmental Scientist, we vehemently oppose this bill.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Mr. Chair, members of the committee, Larissa Turner on behalf of the Virginia Conservation Network, and for all the reasons already stated, we also strongly oppose this bill.
Bless your heart. Thank you. Next, please.
Chris Lamb, Virginia League of Conservation Voters. We do oppose this bill.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Bob Shippey, on behalf of Sierra Club of Virginia and the Chesapeake Climate Action Network, we oppose the bill.
Thank you, sir. Anyone in the Zoom in favor or support?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in regards to this bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Andrew Gahn, please unmute and begin your testimony.
Andrew, you there, please?
Good afternoon, Andrew Gahn, Eastern Region Director, American Clean Power Association. Oppose the bill for all of the above reasons. I want to just note that our data shows that renewables increase reliability, contrary to the note of a previous testifier. With that, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Thank you. Members of the committee want to speak? I apologize. Who's next, please?
Chip Dix, please unmute and begin your testimony.
Mr. Chairman, members of the subcommittee, this is Chip Dix on behalf of the Chesapeake Energy and Storage Association. We likewise oppose the bill. Thank you.
Thanks so much, sir. Anyone else to speak in favor or against? Members of the committee? Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I move that this most excellent brochure bill be passed by indefinitely.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
let me just say, I opposed this when we passed the bill a few years ago, but really what kind of gets me is those that say that, one, it's going to increase reliability, it just hasn't anywhere. Number two is that it's going to decrease costs. I live in a little area where we've had the increase in cost over 50%. It's had a dramatic impact on working families in my area. And so I get that we're not going to do this bill, but I do think that we need to take this legislation that we passed a few years ago and take a serious look at it and say, what do we need to do to make sure that consumers are truly protected and also make sure that reliability is not a problem that we have in 20 years? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Anyone wants to speak? Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, I thought I knew how I was going to vote on this bill, and with all due respect to my friend Delegate Freitas, I don't agree philosophically with it, but I got real nervous because all of a sudden all these enviros started coming in here and telling me they were opposed to it, and I generally don't embrace their positions with great affection because I think that sometimes they are disconnected from what the financial reality of things are.
So I'm trying to figure out what were you saying.
I'm a lawyer. I talk out both sides of my mouth.
All minds clear?
Renew my motion.
Yes, sir. What's your motion?
Renew my motion to PBI.
Do I have a second? Call a roll, please, sir.
Senator Norman. Senator Newman. Senator Lucas.
Aye.
Senator Marsden.
Aye.
Senator Sproul.
Aye. Thank you. It's PBI 41. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Chairman, members of the committee.
All right. House Bill 396, Sullivan. Senator Delegate, come forward.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Good to see you all. I think there is a technical amendment. It has to do with correcting a typographical error. We left out a 0 when it came out of the House.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Delegate Sullivan on line 134 engrossed after section strike 56-594.2, insert 56-594.02.
Do I have a motion to move that amendment, please? Second, the properly moved and seconded to move the amendment. All in favor, saying aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you, sir, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, 396 makes various changes to an existing pilot program having to do with municipal net metering. It allows municipalities that contract with a third party to own or operate an electrical generation facility. They can qualify as a municipal customer generator under the pilot program, and it increases the cap on the amount available. It provides that a municipality includes park authorities, and it provides that municipalities are responsible for certain administrative costs, and it revises the time frame for the pilot program. There's a lot of reasons to like this bill, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, one of which we've been talking a lot just over the last 20 minutes about solar in Virginia and where solar might go. This is a bill brought by some of the more urban and suburban parts of Virginia that are eager to put solar panels on their landfills, on their garages, on their municipal rooftops, so that suburban and urban areas of the Commonwealth will do their part to bring solar power to Virginia. That's the bill, Mr. Chair. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you. Anyone here in support of this bill, please come forward. One, two, three, four, 30 seconds apiece. 25 seconds apiece. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Claudia Arco with Fairfax County. This was a request of ours, and we appreciate Delegate Sullivan bringing this forward, and we've been working with Dominion on this as well, and appreciate all the work that's gone into this, so we hope you move it forward.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Harry Godfrey, Virginia Advanced Energy Economy. We appreciate the bill and obviously appreciate the work of the patron on this legislation. We think it's really critical that we can actually see solar development in the entirety of our state, and this bill moves us in the right direction.
Thank you, sir. Next, please.
Mr. Chair, Catherine Bond with Dominion Energy, and with gratitude to the patron, we support the bill. He addressed the concerns we had related to potential cost shifts that could have resulted from the original draft, and for that reason, we're supportive.
Thank you so much. Next, please.
Climate Cabinet and the Affiliated Action Fund, we thank the patron and support the bill.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Bob Shippey, Sierra Club, we support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone in Zoom land in support? or opposition?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in regards to this bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Mr. Chairman, there are no speakers.
Any member of the committee have any comments? I'm sorry, I apologize. Anyone in opposition? Forward, please come forward. Opposition, please come forward. Anyone in opposition, come forward.
Mr. Chairman, I move to be reported.
Second, the proper move and second the bill be reported. Call the roll, please.
Senator Norman.
I was first last week.
It's a good bill.
Senator Newman. Senator Lucas.
Aye.
Senator Marsden.
Aye.
Senator Sproul.
Aye. Thank you,
Ayes
sir.
4,
Reported for
no
the-
0, 1 abstention.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
Bless
you,
your
Mr. Chairman,
heart.
members of the committee. Good to see you.
I think that's it for me, I believe. One more, which one number is that? What's the number, sir?
HB 405, Mr. Chairman.
405?
And the good news is, this is the bill that Senator Lucas can vote for. See? Mr. Chairman, we do have some amendments.
What? All right, the amendments, please.
Mr. Chairman, Delegate Ballard, on line 224 and 225, it inserts or Planning District 19, and then there are a couple technical amendments.
All right.
Available online.
I think you're right.
I have a motion on the amendments, please.
Second.
The proper move and second that the amendments be approved. All in favor, use the sign saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Very briefly, House Bill 405 deals with the Business Park Electric Transmission Infrastructure Pilot Program. That program is basically aimed at promoting economic growth in Virginia, and it simply allows investor-owned utilities to build transmission lines a short distance to business parks in order to assist with business-ready efforts to spur economic growth. This bill does nothing to change the underlying program that was passed back in 2019. This simply makes Virginia, more parks eligible in Virginia. And as amended, it actually opens it up to Planning District 19, which is in Senator Lucas's district.
Exactly right. This is the bill I've been waiting for.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have several letters in support, and I also believe there are members here in the audience to speak in support as well, Mr. Chairman.
All right. Wait a minute before you start this. Where you from again? What part of the state?
Giles County.
Where's that at? Giles County, where's that at?
Opposite side of the Commonwealth from the good senator.
Okay, thank you so much, Steph. All right, Senator Norman?
Based on the amendments, does it still allow this outside of those defined opportunity zones?
As presented, it eliminates the requirement for them to be in opportunity zones. Correct.
That's retained. Okay, it eliminates it.
It eliminates the requirement.
Okay, and second question, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Does it also still allow for the 3 business park situation?
That safeguard is still in place, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone present in support of this fine bill? Senator Lucas' bill. Anyone present in support of Senator Lucas' fine bill? Please come forward.
We can even nickname it the Senator Lucas.
I like that.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 30 seconds apiece. 30 seconds apiece. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Stephanie Kane with Old Dominion Electric Cooperative. We are here in support of the bill. We want to thank the patron for his work with us and other stakeholders. We ask that you look favorably upon the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Mr. Chairman, Amanda Cox with Appalachian Power. We support the bill. We think it's a really good economic development recruitment tool with a proven track record.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Chrissy Noonan on behalf of Dominion Energy. We support the bill for the reasons previously stated.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the subcommittee. Jennifer Wally with Troutman Pepper on behalf of the Association of Electric Cooperatives. We support the bill and thank the patron for his hard work and ask that you support it as well. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Terry Durkin with the Roanoke Regional Chamber. We support the bill. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone present in opposition of the bill? Anyone present in opposition to the bill? Anyone in La La Land?
If you're in the Zoom room and wish to speak in regards to this bill, please raise your hand electronically now. Mr. Chairman, there are no speakers.
Any member of the committee? Yes, sir, Brother Marston.
Mr. Chairman, Delegate Ballard, is this your first appearance before the Senate?
Mr. Chairman, Senator, no, it is not. I was in front of the judiciary.
Okay, how'd you do?
It went okay, actually.
Okay, so it's not your first bill.
No, sir.
I was going to say that I heard 4 words in your presentation that were strung together that said, "This bill does nothing." So I was going to say that's probably a bad choice of words. But with that, Mr. Chairman, I move that the bill be reported.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, ma'am.
I second the motion that this good bill be reported.
It's been motioned and seconded by Senator Lucas' bill. This bill be reported. Call the roll, please.
Senator Norman.
Help me, brother, Senator Norman.
Senator Newman. Senator Lucas.
Aye.
Senator Marsden.
Aye.
Senator Spruill.
Aye.
Ayes 5, no 0.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'll work on that southern twang.
I think that takes care of it for me. Most of the chairman and members of the committee, thank you so much. And those who are present, thank you for being here. The committee, we shall rise. Thank you.